Permanence cannot be found at the level of form. All form is, in essence, a distortion of the original formlessness of the universe. What is all-inclusive, all-accepting, all-loving cannot be limited to form. Love does not choose its beloved or the moment of its expression. Love extends to all at all times. Love is without conditions. That is to say, it is without form. Does this mean that you cannot experience love in the world? Of course not. However, your experience of love will be diminished in direct proportion to your need to interpret or control it. Interpretation places conditions upon that which must be without conditions. When you establish conditions on love, you experience the conditions, not the love. You encounter the form, not the content. Love expresses only through an open heart. Open-heartedness is not a technique, but an emotional willingness that moves beyond the limits of conceptual definition. As each form changes, the heart opens without fear to its changing content. To understand anything in the world, you must learn to look beyond the form, to the creative intention. Tune into the intention behind someone's expression, and you will see more clearly what that expression means for him. But look at the naked form alone, and you will see only what it means to you. Looking beyond the form is another way of saying, look beyond your own preconceptions. To see your brother as he really is, you must look beyond your judgments of him. If you would know him, you must come close to him. Open your heart and ask him what he intends. That is the only gesture that will bring you knowledge of him. When one's intentions change, that form that carries those intentions change. If you are sensitive to your own intentions and those of others, you will be better prepared for changes in form. Detachment from form comes from familiarity with others, not from estrangement. Distancing others does not bring detachment, but its opposite. Only when you let others into your heart do you become capable of releasing them. Compassion and detachment go hand in hand. You cannot love someone and seek to control him. Only by wanting what is best for him do you offer your brother freedom, and if you do not offer him freedom, you do not offer him love. The attachment to form comes from the most profound insecurity. You cannot fully understand it until you move beyond that attachment. Yet this movement is inevitable. It is written in the blueprint of life. Every situation in your life provides you with an opportunity to gain greater intimacy and greater freedom. As you love more and more people, more and more deeply, you become less attached to them individually. You become attached not to the specific person, but to the love that each one extends to you. This is a movement toward the experience of divine love, which is beyond the body, indeed, beyond form of any kind. When I ask you to use whatever form is available to you in the present moment, I am asking you to become flexible and receptive. I am asking you to move to the level of intention. I am asking you to move into intimacy without trying to define or control. If you do this, you will never be limited by form or obsessed by it. You will be free to create spontaneously. That is the best advice I can give to you. Stay in the present without expectations, without attachment to outcome. Do not complain about the form that is offered to you, or invest it with more importance than it has. Perfection is not available outside of you. If you would find truth, look within. Look at your own intentions. Then you cannot possibly mistake those of another. Opening to the divine. Until you understand that everyone is good, it will be hard for you to find goodness in yourself or others. You are used to finding the good along with the bad. This is good, that is bad. This is your judgment of yourself and your brother. It will never bring you peace. Your brother is not good or bad, nor are you. Both of you are only good. There is no bad in you. You may believe that there is bad in you. Indeed, you may believe that there is little or no good in you. But this is a mistaken belief. As long as you hold this belief, you will beat yourself up, or you will beat others up. What do I mean when I say there is only good in you? Does this mean that you are incapable of a negative thought or gesture? Certainly not, or you would not be where you are. Your world is a composite of negative thoughts and gestures mixed in with positive ones. Yours is a shadowy world, a world of darkness and light commingled. Yet this entire world you experience is made up only of thoughts. If you could eliminate negative thinking from your mind, you would live in a very different type of world. In a world where there are only good thoughts, comparison is impossible. Without comparison, there is no interpretation, so there can be no failure, punishment, sacrifice, or suffering. Can you imagine such a shining, guiltless world? It may seem strange to you, but that such a world can exist. Yet it is no harder to create than the world you inhabit. You can begin to create this new world by understanding that there is no bad, but only good in you and in your brother. It is the fear of the bad that makes the bad seem real. All negativity arises from fear. The very concept bad is a fear thought. So beside your goodness, which is your birthright, what else is there? There is the doubt that you are not good. There is fear. Your life is made up of goodness assaulted by doubt and fear. How many times during the course of a day do doubt and fear challenge your perception of your goodness? How many times do they challenge your perception of your brother's goodness? Once you know that doubt and fear are constantly operating in your experience, you can consciously acknowledge them. Then they simply become part of the dance of consciousness. Oh, yet I know I am good, but then what if I am not? This dance happens in the mind. Back and forth the dialogue goes, but gradually it loses its tone of condemnation. Gradually, as the fear is embraced, it slips away. Conflict is erased from the mind that recognizes its own goodness. And having recognized its own goodness, it cannot maintain it except by extending it to others. If you see another as bad, you have allowed doubt and fear back into your mind. That which is divine is free of duality or conflict of any kind. You open to divinity when you see your good and that of your brother as one and the same. Divinity is always shared. It is never exclusive. All exclusivity is the creation of fear. All judgment is the creation of fear. Only when you reject the bad and accept the good will you cast fear out of your heart. Not one of God's children can be bad. At worst, he is hurt. At worst, he attacks others and blames them for his pain. But he is not bad. Yes, your compassion must go this deep. There is no human being who does not deserve your forgiveness. There is no human being who does not deserve your love. You can make your conditions and excuses, but they do not fool me. I have told you the truth. It is not in your interest to corrupt it. If it is hard for you to forgive and to love someone, then say so. Do not condemn him in order to justify your own weakness. When you are in fear, tell the truth. Truth always brings sanity. Only one who is in fear judges another. Are you beyond the grip of fear? If not, then recognize your fear. If you recognize your fear, you will not judge others, for you will come to see that fear always distorts your perception.